This is your daily dose of all things royal. Oh, goody, goody gumdrops. Meghan Markle is headed to Texas this week to headline some stupid panel for South by Southwest. I just, I don't get it. Honestly, when you go to the South by Southwest website, this is what pops up as the homepage. Like, God help all of us, because this woman is not going away. And quite frankly, it's like becoming such a comedy show just to see, like, this girl really thinks that if she continues to force herself onto the public, as if we're going to embrace her anymore. Like, right now, people are so sick of seeing this woman everywhere that, like, this was such a bad move. Like, why? Why are you doing this, Meghan? Like, you're killing your career. I mean, whatever that you had of whatever it is that you do. Anyhow, this news came out, and of course, Meghan's PR team is in overdrive at the moment, making sure that every corner of the public space knows about her being a part of this stupid panel. In fact, People magazine is saying that she's heading up this panel, which is not true. But in any case, let's look closer at it, because we know how Meghan likes to toot her own horn. And of course, she's making it all about herself. And it's just mental, the amount of money that she's spending on promoting herself. What I would love to see is Catherine. I know that she's not supposed to come back until after Easter, but I would love to see just a leak of a photo on the day that she's supposed to be at this panel, because I guarantee you that that would overshadow anything that Meghan does. Anywho, back to the greatest clown show on earth. So on the website, they have posted their announcements stating that South by Southwest announces opening day keynote panel, including Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, Katie Couric, Erin Haynes, Brooke Shields, and Nancy Wang Young. South by Southwest Conference and Festivals has announced the addition of a final keynote panel for the 38th edition of its annual conference, which celebrates the convergence of technology, film, television, and music. South by Southwest takes place March 8th through 16th, 2024 in Austin, Texas. The keynote announced today, entitled Breaking Barriers, Shaping Narratives, How Women Lead On and Off the Screen, includes feminist and champion of human rights and gender equity, New York Times bestseller author and co-founder of the Archwell Foundation and Archwell Productions, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Then there's Emmy Award-winning journalist and New York Times bestselling author Katie Couric, two-time Golden Globe Award-nominated actress, model, entrepreneur, and New York Times bestselling author Brooke Shields, and author, sociologist, pop culture expert, and diversity, equity, and inclusion consultant. Dear Lord. The keynote session will be moderated by host of the Amendment podcast and founding mother and editor-at-large for the 19th News, Erin Haynes. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, Katie Couric, Brooke Shields, Nancy Wang Young, and Erin Haynes are the perfect finishing touch to 8 days of remarkable keynote speakers, said Hugh Forrest, co-president and chief programming officer. We're so honored to host this distinguished group on International Women's Day for a significant discussion on the importance of representation in media and entertainment. Now, you know that this paragraph here, Meghan wrote it. Women's representation in media and entertainment has come a long way, but there's still much to be done, especially for women of color and mothers. Social media's omnipresence has raised the stakes, creating an often dangerous environment, which has led to serious mental health issues for teenage girls in particular. On International Women's Day, we'll hear from feminist and champion of human rights and gender equity, New York Times bestseller author and co-founder, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. I'm sure there's going to be women not lining out the doors to listen to this faux humanitarian, faux feminist who doesn't care about anybody but herself. Like, what a joke. Ay, ay, ay. I used to respect Katie Couric as a journalist on the Today Show, but ever since she went over to CBS, her career sort of went downhill, especially since her ties to Epstein came out and then also her coworker, Matt Lauer. Like, there's just something about these people that make you wonder. And then, in addition to that, her being a part of the Aspen Commission on Information Disorder with Prince Harry, and then now doing this panel with Meghan Markle, who is like a known pathological liar. You have to wonder about these people. Like, what is their main goal? What are they trying to do? Anyhow, I think that this doesn't help her by doing this with her. And I think all of this is becoming just such a joke. Like, it almost feels like South by Southwest definitely was struggling to find talent to be a part of it. That's the impression that I'm getting. And they couldn't find anyone else but Meghan Markle. And I don't even think that they even thought about Meghan Markle. And maybe this was something that was done by the 19th News. Now, for those that don't know, the 19th News, as also mentioned, is a part of this panel. But if you didn't catch it in the Archwell Foundation Fugazi charity, Meghan Markle had been giving money to this nonprofit organization, which, if you get a chance, check that out. That in itself, to me, seems like it's another scam, but we'll talk about that for a different day. But here, I'm going to guess that maybe Meghan might have given another donation, and probably that's how she was able to get onto this panel. That's what I'm gauging and guessing from. But anyhow, all these people are all about stroking each other's egos. And then behind her back, you know that they're laughing at her. I mean, how could you not? The woman is a legitimate train wreck, but she just keeps on going. This whole thing loses credibility, especially when they're marketing it around as saying that all these women, including Meghan Markle, are visionary female leaders at the forefront of news, media, entertainment, and philanthropy who are breaking barriers, challenging stereotypes, and working towards a healthier society on and off our screens. Like, how can anyone include Meghan in that description? Explain to me. This woman has lied. She has been not a champion for women. In fact, her bullying behavior should give an indication that this woman should be nowhere considered as any type of leader or feminist, because we all know that she uses men to get ahead. I mean, quite frankly, this woman is inserting herself, and the only reason why she's inserting herself in places where she should not be is because, one, she has money, and two, is because of who her husband is. Sadly, there's still a little bit of weight that can be used there. I mean, very little, but it's still enough to get her in the door. And, you know, it's such a joke. And quite frankly, I don't think that this session is going to be popular. Most likely what Meghan will do is she'll probably get people to fill some seats in order to make it look like she is popular and they're there to see her. But honestly, when they're putting this at the very end of this festival, I don't think anyone is going to be wanting to listen to this female empowerment kumbaya garbage. These women, couple of them, I would have to say, like Katie Couric, is kind of out there. That's like Oprah, that's trying to become relevant again. Then you have Brooke Shields, who I genuinely believe is passionate about what she does and then got suckered into it. And then you have these other two lower end no names, of which one Meghan has paid, and most likely they helped her get a spot on this panel. I mean, it's all very sad, in my humble opinion. Brace yourselves, folks. It's only Monday. I guarantee the rest of this week will be dedicated to saturating the media with more puff pieces about this South by Southwest and how Meghan is now all of a sudden headlining the whole thing. Watch the narrative change. Even though she's going to be on this panel at the end of the week, we're going to somehow see this morph into Meghan being the star of the whole thing. I mean, I would not expect anything less. And on the day of this, make no mistake that she's going to make it about herself. She can't wait to get that mic in her hand. I mean, believe it. But what do you guys think? Definitely leave your thoughts below. As always, I will be back with more content. But until then, please be safe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
Such a fraud.